Hello and what's up, political peeps? Per usual, your host Arif Kapoor here for another episode of the Geopolitical. Unfortunately, today's episode is certainly not as exciting as what we're usually talking about on this show. I am truly saddened to have to talk to you guys about Fairfield First Selectman Bill Gerber, who passed away yesterday at the Yale New Haven Hospital in the ICU at 4:11 p.m. This was first made public by a member of the Fairfield, Connecticut community, First Selectman Gerber's wife, Jessica Gerber, who posted on Facebook essentially saying that after First Selectman Gerber received 2 brain surgeries within a 48-hour period, there were numerous complications that he was unable to recover from, and that he sadly passed away in the ICU despite the best efforts of the staff at the hospital. First Selectman Gerber first publicly announced and his office his brain tumor at the end of June this year. At this point, Select Woman Kristen Vitale became acting First Select Person. First Selectman Gerber soon received 2 brain surgeries before going into the ICU. To say that the passing of First Selectman Gerber has shaken Fairfield is certainly an understatement. First Selectman Gerber first started in Connecticut politics about 12 years ago when he ran for the RTM. At this point, he was also a C-level financial services professional with an MBA in finance from New York University's Stern School of Business. Later, he retired to run for First Selectman of Fairfield in 2023. Since Bill Gerber became First Selectman, he's done many things, including attempting to modify Fairfield's town charter to make it more appropriate for modern needs, his Safe Streets initiative, and overall has just been such a nice guy. Bill Gerber was always just an individual that made everyone happy, and regardless of the circumstances. And throughout my time working with his office, I got to know him really well, and I really appreciated all the help that he gave me and my friends. So first, I actually emailed First Selectman Gerber on January 4th just to talk to you about kind of my story with his office on January 4th of 2024, the first new year since his election. I emailed him at like 6 in the morning. It was like 7:30 in the morning. He got back to me, which shows his commitment to the community and how much served. I scheduled an interview with him. He was actually one of my first guests, and he was just so nice to me. I sat down with him. We had a great long conversation. It's on my podcast still right now. It was around 40 minutes. He gave me, and his office gave me, many references to different individuals who I could interview and have joined on my show. And the coolest thing was, since we wrapped up the interview after school in February, so it was like 5 p.m. He came out, walked me to my car, and my mom was there. And he had mom roll down the window and had just this long conversation with my mom, and just started talking about complimenting me essentially. It just showed how down to earth First Selectman Gerber was. That was really cool. And then throughout my time kind of covering state and local politics, I have seen First Selectman Gerber at so many events, whether it be meetings with the Democratic Town Committee. I'm an intern with them. Mr. Gerber always gave me the fist bump, shook my hand, super nice. A great example was when I went to cover the district town hall for U.S. Representative Jim Himes. First Selectman Gerber was there. He introduced Jim Himes, and he didn't just leave right after. He stayed in the auditorium at Fairfield Ludlow. And when I went and asked my question, he was right there, shook my hand. He said that I did a great job, and with his communication team. So really, he has always shown just some passion to connecting with regular people like me, and he put trust in me as a kid. So then when I reached out to him and his office about launching a Town of Fairfield news show out in Fairfield and really expanding on my current coverage of town politics with a good friend of mine, Chase Coburn, we've started going to different restaurants in Fairfield and kind of covering there. The Haven Hot Chicken episode was released on that episode. First Selectman Gerber met with us in his office in the middle of, I remember when we went to his office, he was actually in the meeting with, I think, the First Selectman of Stratford and Milford, and me and my partner, both middle school kids, came to his office, and he excused himself from the meeting to come shake our hands and kind of just talk to us for a few minutes, which just really, really touched me. And I really appreciate all that Mr. Gerber has added to my life by his trust and by his continuous positivity and his help across the board. So, and my heart certainly does go out to the Gerber family. I know they're all very, very, very nice people, and I am really incredibly sorry for your loss. First Selectman Gerber, like I reiterated, was such a nice individual, and unlike most politicians, for lack of a better word, was just a chill guy, and always, like I mentioned, had a huge smile on his face, and added so much to the lives of everyone who crossed his path. So, with that, political peeps, I want to say thank you to First Selectman Gerber for everything that he has done to help support me and support my endeavors and support the town of Fairfield. His work will always be remembered, and during the 20 months that he was first selectman, he accomplished remarkable things for the town of Fairfield. So, may First Selectman Gerber rest in peace. Political peeps, thank you so much for listening to this sad episode. Peace out.